What is up? What is up, everybody? This is the alternate timeline, aka escapism. This is the After Dark segment, and we about to start this After Dark segment here for the late shows, the late night shows. So this is the alternate timeline After Dark, and I wanted to talk about Miss Marvel. It's coming out tonight. Also, we'll be watching Kenobi, episode 4 tonight. Won't be doing any watch parties tonight, but we'll be tuning in for those, and we'll be talking about it later on in the week. So, wanted to get into Miss Marvel, some of the early reviews that came out, and just a quick update on the channel. I haven't been posting too many videos as of the past couple of days. I've been working on this website, trying to get this website established so I can put up more content, post articles and stuff to go along with this content. So yeah, go along with these videos. So yeah, content. And so that's what I've been working on. It's almost done. It'll be here soon. But I just wanted to do this quick little video just to put something out there about Miss Marvel. So yeah, and just go over some of these early reviews. So that's what we'll be doing today. Let's get into it. Yeah. So we have Miss Marvel's. People have watched, I think, a good amount. At least the first two episodes people have watched. But people have watched a couple episodes and hearing some good things, and that's kind of the question. Like, is this show going to be good? Actually, who knows? Because I don't have any expectations. I'm going into this very I'm not gonna say low standards. Like, the bar's not low. I'm not setting it at a low bar or anything, but I just don't have any expectations. I'm just kind of going to let this show surprise me if it does. So but yeah, I want to start out, the actress, Iman Vellani, playing Miss Marvel. Very happy for her. She seems to be a really good cast for Miss Marvel, with everything that's been coming out with her, just some of the interviews I've seen, and just the talk around her. She seems to be really good. I'm not the biggest Miss Marvel person. I don't know too much about this character other than some of the stuff I've watched from some of the cartoon shows or whatever. She's a fangirl. She's a fangirl of the MCU, or she's a fangirl for like Marvel. Captain Marvel's like her favorite. I know that. But like, as far as the MCU goes, Iman Vellani, she is a fangirl of the MCU and of comics. So like, she's a really well casted Miss Marvel, in my opinion. I think she may end up being like, once we look back at it in a couple of years from now, she may end up going down as one of the best castings for a character that we've seen. And a lot of people, right off the bat, Robert Downey Jr. for Iron Man was a phenomenal cast. Obviously, for me, one of the best, in my opinion, is Tom Hiddleston's Loki. When people say I can't imagine anybody else playing this character, I kind of have that for Loki. Like, I can't see anybody else playing Loki. Just Tom Hiddleston plays that brilliantly, with the hair flick and everything. He's just got Loki down, in my opinion. And I think, when it's all said and done, we might look back at this and be like, man, she's a really well casted Miss Marvel. Just with everything that's come out. So yeah, like, just some of the interviews she's been in. I remember, like, she has some attitude with some of her answers, which I really like. I guess somebody asked her about the Inhumans and the inclusion of the Inhumans. People are upset about Marvel changing her powers a little bit. She said something along the lines of, if I don't really care if my character shoots sausages out of her fingers or something like that. As long as they're able to tell her story and give hope and give a good story, that she's happy with that. Um, and once I heard her say that, I was like, I like her. I like this attitude, and I'm excited to see what she does with it. And apparently, from all the reviews, she knocks it out of the park, and like I'm just happy for her because people had like this negativity around this show because it's aimed at a different audience, and people it was aimed at a different audience, and it's also they took the Inhumans part out of it, I think, and her powers are a little bit different. So people have been kind of hating on this show a little bit, and from all the reviews that I've seen, from most of the reviews I've seen, she knocks it out of the park. So I'm happy for her. She just seems like she went in there and just kind of did her thing. So good for her. Good for her. Good for her. That I like that. I like that a lot. Just against all the odds, right? So and I kind of just wanted to talk about the state of the MCU a little bit. I want to do another video just talking about actually like what's going on in the MCU and how I see Phase 4 and beyond, and kind of like where Marvel stands in my opinion. But I wanted to touch a little bit on that here with Miss Marvel. Like I said, I'm not going to be watching this with like the same level as intensity and expectation as I was with other shows, because I know that it's targeted at a different audience. So I'm just going to be watching with like a MCU kind of goggles on, and just any kind of connections that they give us and surprises that they give us. I'll just enjoy it, and that's kind of how I'm choosing to watch this show. And yeah, so hopefully it surprises me a little bit, and I learn a little bit about the character, because I don't know too much about the character. But yeah, don't get some of her comments twisted. Apparently she knows a lot about Miss Marvel. She knows a lot about the MCU and comics in general, which I like. I love that when people are casted, they know a lot about what they're doing in the world they're stepping into. Sort of like what with Olsen and Wanda, Scarlet Witch. She kind of knows a little bit about what she's doing, what she's signed up for. You can't say the same for everybody, but Miss Marvel, I feel like we're gonna have no problems with that, and she's going to play the hell out of her character. So looking forward to that. And apparently she's been texting Kevin Feige, a lot about some of her critiques and things about the MCU thus far, and giving some friendly advice of where things should be going and what she wants, what she wants from her character, what she wants out of the MCU, things she's been trying to get into the show and stuff. Like, she knows what she's talking about, and I can't ask for anything more than that, which we'll touch on that in a little bit too, because that's some of the reviews as well. Yeah, let's jump right into some of these reviews. Some people watched it like a while ago, like first two episodes, but I think people have watched it more now. I think that's how they're doing it these days with Marvel, and just giving it to some of the people that are content creators out there. So here was one by Charles Villanueva, said, until we get Spidey freshman year, Miss Marvel is the closest thing that we'll have that captures the magic of Peter Parker's early days of self-discovery, angst, and purpose. It's a quirky delight through and through. Let me see if there's anything more to that. The one thing that bugged me is the unnaturally bright lighting that makes every set, even outdoor ones, look like a cheap soundstage. But even that slight is redeemed by how creatively shot and edited the show is. It breaks so many visual boundaries. Big Scott Pilgrim energy. That's very cool. Let's see about this one. Miss Marvel thread reaction. The show is presented the most uniquely out of any MCU project. The concerns that the flourishes in the trailer were just there for effect. No, they were not. So it does seem like it's going to be like a comic book jumping out on screen kind of thing. They say it feels like a live action Spider-Verse in the sense that rewatching equals rewards. So yeah, that's a lot of the reviews I'm getting is that it looks like it's going to be like a comic book kind of thing with the if you remember like the first trailer, some of the just expressions that were just kind of jumping off the screen and jumping off the page. Like if you can imagine like the Spider-Man into the Spider-Verse, the way they were doing the expressions and stuff like that, like the with the bubbles popping up and stuff like that. They were gonna get some of that here in Miss Marvel, which is cool. It's a new, fresh idea to add to her character and her story, because she's a very imaginative character. They say in the trailer she's always in La La Land, so that's gonna be kind of cool. Just seeing things kind of jump off the page, off the screen like that. Iman Vellani is a rock star. Her Kamala Khan is part of everything that's good about the first two Marvel episodes or Miss Marvel episodes. The rhythm of the show and its visual cues, especially in episode 1, are just delightful and a breath of fresh air. This Marvel pilot episode caught me by surprise in the best ways. It's as close as we've come in the MCU to comic book pages coming to life. It's inventive, bright, and ton of fun. My strong feeling is that teens are going to fall in love with this show. I know my kids will. That's what the tweet says. I don't have kids myself. Reading from the tweet, don't get it twisted. Yeah, again, like seeing a lot of just like the comic book pages kind of jumping out, which I'm interested to see how that's going to be done, and I think I'll probably like that. I think I'm going to like that. What else we got here? Kamala Khan's family is front and center, and they are absolutely wonderful. I enjoyed the back and forth and the way the family dynamic was portrayed. I'm glad Marvel took their time finding Iman Vellani. She's fantastic in capital letters and shows a ton of range over the first 2 episodes. That's high praise. That's high praise. That's from Charles Murphy on Twitter. He's an inside scooper. He knows a lot about what's going on. But him saying that she's fantastic and shows a lot of range, like it's high praise to an actress. High praise for an actress. I watched the first 2 episodes of Miss Marvel. It's so closely linked to the MCU, yet unbelievably different from what they typically put out. It's creative, whimsical, and the truest depiction of the teenage life in the shared universe. So again, like it's directed towards a younger audience, a younger teenage audience. And that's kind of what I want to get into with like the state of the MCU, because I went online earlier today actually and saw some big account posted kind of like this upcoming slate of projects. It was maybe like 15 projects that are coming, with all the ones that we know about, like the shows and the movies. It was like maybe 15 projects, right? And I saw this account say something like man, it's Marvel's becoming like getting washed or becoming washed or whatever, and that he's only really excited for like maybe 4 or 5 of these projects. And I was thinking like, yeah, I'm only maybe excited for like hype. I'm gonna watch them all, but I'm only maybe hype for like it was like 8 out of the 15, maybe like half of them, right? I'm sure I'll get more excited once they come along, but then I started thinking where Marvel's at, and just the way that they're putting out so many projects and so much content. And like that whole, was that report that there's still maybe like 40 projects in development that they haven't even talked about yet, right? So they're going to be dishing out a lot of content. And my thinking is, I feel like they're at a point where they want it to be like that. Like, you just kind of consume content the way you want to. And I kind of keep telling people, I see it as like they're pushing things out like comics. Like, if you were to walk into a comic book store and be in a section, maybe you're looking at, Moon Knight or Iron Fist or whoever you want to, be looking at. Maybe you might buy 4 comics or whatever, but like, you're not gonna look at every comic in the comic book store, right? Like, not every comic is for you. Just like for me, I like the Moon Knight comics. I haven't read, Miss Marvel comics. I probably won't read many Miss Marvel comics unless she's, in one of the, bigger name comics with the Avengers or whatever team she was a part of. I'm probably not going to read her comics, but that's kind of like how, I feel like the MCU is doing their thing now. Like, pretend like you're in a comic book store consuming content that way. I'm not going to be reading the same things that, the person on the other side of the comic book store is going to be reading, right? Like, everybody's going to consume things differently. The example I'm going to use is like, I said in another video, my mother is, does not watch Marvel at all, does not watch anything in the MCU. She hasn't watched anything other than Black Panther, right? For obvious reasons. But I don't think she may have seen one Avengers movie, maybe the very first one, but she hasn't seen anything. She has like no interest in it, right? But she watched the She-Hulk trailer and she has interest in it for some reason. She said she's going to watch that show, and I couldn't figure out for the life of me why she's going to just watch this one show. She won't watch Avengers Endgame or Infinity War. As many times I try to tell her like how big these movies were, she won't watch it. She has no interest, but she has interest in She-Hulk because it's, strong female characters. She does what she wants in her life with, being, she's like the man in her relationships kind of thing, and she's a lawyer. Like, she's a go-getter. She's her self-made, character, and my mom like relates to that, right? So she's interested to see what that show's going to be like. And I think that's kind of the point of the MCU now. I think that's where they're headed. I think that's what they want. A lot of people see this as like, phase 4, especially like just starting out with just, Shang-Chi, Eternals, and like all these other movies, like, and shows like Hawkeye. Like, is it just filler kind of thing? Like, is it just like filler? Do they have a direction? I believe that they do, but I also believe that you can kind of consume it the way you want. You may not like this, but you may like that kind of thing. Like for me, I was big on Moon Knight, but the people that they're targeting for Moon Knight, it's not the same people they're targeting for Miss Marvel, obviously. And so I think that they're at that point where they're putting out so much that you can pick and choose what you want to consume, right? And everybody's gonna be different. And I think Marvel's happy with that. So I think people need to understand that. Like, they're not, it's not for everybody. But, hardcore fans will watch. I'm gonna watch just to see and, put my MCU goggles on. So there's that. I just wanted to put that out there. I'm gonna probably make another video just diving deeper into that and the state of the MCU, where it stands and where I think Marvel is at and where it's headed. But yeah, I just wanted to put that out there as we move along with some of these reviews. Apparently she had, or let me see, Riley Johnson on Twitter had a chance to watch Miss Marvel episodes 1 and 2. While it seems targeted at a younger audience, like I said, it's charming and enjoyable so far. Characters are relatable. There isn't much action yet, but its leads charisma, keeps things flowing. Interested to see what happens next. Also, Iman Vellani has a very bright future ahead of her. She was great. So that's one of the things I think this actress went in there and killed it. She went in there and nailed it. I think she knows how to play Miss Marvel. That's what I think. That's the thing I'm gonna be watching. She knows how to play Miss Marvel. That's what I'm getting. That's my 2 cents. That's my guess right there. Miss Marvel's first 2 episodes proved my hesitations wrong. Iman Vellani is perfect for the role and does a phenomenal job. She'll quickly become an MCU favorite. Her chemistry with Matt Lintz, Bruno, is also top notch. So far, the series is great. That's by Russ Milheim. Sorry if I'm getting that wrong, but that's what Russ had to say about it. You know, again, like, Iman Vellani went in there and did it. She went in there and did her thing. An MCU favorite. Interesting. I think she'll be fun. I probably won't mind seeing her on camera. Probably won't mind seeing her in other projects. So, bring it on. The MCU in 2022 has been very dramatic and mysterious. 2 episodes into Miss Marvel, a breath of fresh air. That's true. It has been pretty mysterious. We don't really know what's going on, and especially like coming off of Moon Knight, which was very mysterious. I could see this being kind of just, going away from that. So it's a classic, yet modern and charming as hell. Iman Vellani as Kamala is the truth. Another home run casting. I'm a sucker for good high school series. Yeah, targeted high school people probably. Yeah. What else we got? The visuals break through and steal scenes over and over. The character chemistry is delightful, and they nail the vibe of high school nerds loving superheroes. That's what Miss Marvel is about. I've never loved a character like I do Kamala Khan. She's charismatic, smart, funny, and adorable. Her family is so lovable. The dynamic is amazing. The animation and graphics are so fun. Into the Spider-Verse vibes again. Kamala Khan is going to be huge, capital letters. I freaking love Miss Marvel so much, says one person. And then MT from New Rockstars tweeted, Miss Marvel is shot in such a different way than anything we've seen in the MCU, and I love it so much. It's a comic book come to life. And that's again, like, that's what a lot of people are saying. And then we got the Rotten Tomato critics. Rotten Tomato did their thing earlier today, getting at 49 reviews. It was a 96%. It went down to maybe like a 94% throughout the day, but again, surprising, like 90 in the 90s for Miss Marvel. That's apparently the critics loved it. And I'm here to see what all the hype is about. I'm just gonna enjoy it, enjoy the comic book flavor they seem to give us in this show. So yeah, that's kind of where I'm at with the show. Yeah, I didn't have music on this whole time. It's just me in the dark talking. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm messing up. I ain't have no music. Anyway, and then some other little things that came out. Just wanted to say, Miss Marvel star Iman Vellani says while she loved Sam Raimi's direction of Multiverse of Madness, she did not like Black Bolt's fate. I don't care what anyone says, he's my guy. I think they did him dirty. I did not appreciate that. And I just wanted to say, me too, sis. Me too. I also did not appreciate the way that they did Black Bolt. A guy that's been training his whole life not to talk decided that because my mouth is missing, I want to talk. Did not love that. And Iman Vellani agrees with me. So there's that. I'm already liking this girl, man. I'm already liking Iman Vellani. I'm in her corner, man. I'm in her corner. Also, Iman Vellani regularly texts Kevin Feige to express her opinions and critiques on the MCU projects. That's crazy. That's crazy. That's crazy. Imagine doing that. Imagine like, yo, I don't really think that's the direction that we want to go. I think there was also an interview where she said that she'd been trying to get Lockjaw, the dog from Inhumans. She'd been trying so hard to get Lockjaw in this show. And that again, like something like that, that shows me she knows her character. She knows like that she's supposed to be an Inhuman, and you know she knows Lockjaw and how there's supposed to be connections with the Inhumans. So again, like she knows her stuff, man. She knows her shit. She knows her shit, and I like that. Iman Vellani texted Kevin Feige after Multiverse of Madness and doesn't agree with the MCU being called Earth 616. Every time I talk to Kevin, we have this argument where I say the MCU is not 616. He's like, it is because I said so. And I'm like, no, it's 199999. And he hates it. I like it because a lot of people fight that too, that the comic book 616 should be its own universe, since the MCU does different iterations of characters, and you know, for example, like Miss Marvel changing her powers and stuff. Just it's not the same universe. Like, yes, they draw their inspiration from the comics, but you know, people that say it's not the same universe has a point, because they do change, you know, a lot of things from the comics, a lot of stories and things from the comics. So like, it's obviously not Earth 616. People would rather that be its own thing and this be its own separate thing from the, you know, from a different universe. I don't disagree with that. I don't disagree with that, and obviously she feels strongly about that as well. So again, like, you know, like we say, in Kevin Feige we trust, in Feige we trust. You know, we might have to start saying in Iman Vellani we trust. She knows her shit, and I like that. So yeah, she texts Kevin Feige regularly on the day-to-day basis, giving her critiques, her advice, and that's lit. That's lit. I can't even imagine doing that. Yeah, I'm so you just casted me, but yeah, me and Spider-Man should meet up. We should be a team. Yeah, that's about all the reviews that I have here. There's more online. You can check them out if you look for them. But just wanted to do that quick video on Miss Marvel, kind of my expectations, what I'm looking forward to. Go over some of those reviews, and yeah, we're gonna have to wait and see. I think I'm going to watch Miss Marvel first, and then probably watch Kenobi after that. And yeah, I'm just gonna enjoy both of those shows. I'm not. Who am I to complain that Star Wars and Marvel are giving us some content tonight? Not me. Not gonna be me. So yeah, that's all I got for you guys. Thanks for tuning in. Let me know your thoughts down in the comment section below. Are you guys excited for Miss Marvel? Are we hyped for Iman Vellani? Are we thinking that she's knocking it out the park? Let me know what you think about Miss Marvel. And are you part of the crew that's upset that they changed her powers a little bit? I still think she stretches. She still does the embiggen, I'm pretty sure. but they added some more stuff where she like stepping on crystals and stuff. She got some cosmic, stuff about her, which again I'm not gonna complain about. It looks pretty cool in the trailer, so we're gonna see. I don't know who the villains are or anything. If anybody has guesses, let me know. Let me know your thoughts on this show down below. What's your meter level? How hype are we about this show on a scale from 1 to 10? Let me know. Again, this is the alternate timeline after dark. You can follow me on social media on Instagram and Twitter. I am _alternate time on both of those platforms. Hit me up. We can talk about whatever. We can talk about all the nerdy content that's coming out. And thanks for tuning in. Thanks for watching the video. Hope you enjoyed. Definitely leave a like. If you want to hang out, hit that subscribe button. It don't hurt nobody. And yeah, man, I'm just chilling, man. See, I'm here just talking now. I'm just chilling right now. And just gonna enjoy my night. I think I'm gonna go downstairs, make a smoothie, and then probably watch these shows, man. Get it popping. This is Dennis Smith, the alternate timeline. You guys have a great night. Peace. Are y'all still there? Is anybody still watching? All right, enough is enough. Peace out, people. Peace out.